So fasting sends a signal to your mitochondria to combine. That's called fusion, or to split and make more of them. The net outcome is it improves your efficiency at making more ATP, which we need lots of ATP in the brain, in the retina, in our optic nerves, to repair and maintain our myelin, and repair and maintain the lighting of the retina. It's a very potent anti-aging strategy, is to fast every other day, or have at least a 12-hour fast, or a 16-hour fast, or a 24-hour fast, or if you're really up for it, to do a 3-day fast a couple times a year. Because that just it is terrific anti-aging.
Wow. So when you say a 3-day fast, are you talking only water?
Only water.
Only water, okay. Because my thinking was that, one of the people I talked about who accomplished the impossible was Nando Parado.
Yeah.
And he essentially was on something close to a 10-week fast. I mean, we won't talk about the specific diet that he was on, but it was very, very limited amounts. And basically he had lost 90 pounds. And
what we all have to remember is, animals have been around for 500 million years. Our species, 500,000 years maybe. Our genus, 2.5 million years, and separate from the primates, 6 million years. During most of that time, you only got to have food occasionally. And so if we didn't have the pathways for our mitochondria to burn fat, sugar, or protein, and thereby keeping the chemistry of life alive, those individuals did not have reproductive success. So we have this tremendous resilience to starvation. And in that resilience, your body is making a decision like, this is not the time to reproduce. So I'm going to heal up as best I can, put off reproduction, and so I'm going to repair. So maybe we'll have babies next year. So this is starvation is traditionally a tool for treating cancer, for treating infections, for treating any kind of chronic disease, because we have this physiology that says, can't reproduce, I'll repair in an effort to survive. And so his cell physiology was changing. He is also in a very cold climate, which normally requires huge amounts of calories on top of all of that. But he had that physiologic change of starvation that makes the metabolism progressively more and more efficient, more and more reparative. And he's a man with a remarkable spirit to have done what he did.
Right, because one of the things, and actually they didn't describe it in either of the books, either the book Alive, written in 1973, or Nando's book, Miracle in the Andes, which was from 2006. And it was something I found on a YouTube video was on the History Channel called I Am Alive. It was about that whole thing. And in an interview, he said that he became a survival machine. He did not want to die. And, as far as addressing that, the discipline of the diet that you talk about, the discipline of fasting, the discipline of, shunning all the, tasty processed foods that we've all been raised on.
Convenient, easy, everybody wants to eat it. Comfort, to which I'm addicted. You probably are as well. And so not everyone's ready to go on that journey. Not everyone is ready to say,
for me, here I was, unable to use my hands, blind, and I'm told that I'm on permanent disability now, and that discipline was not, it was not an obstacle for me, because it was a fight for my survival.
Correct.
And
correct.
it was that's when the survival instinct took over.
But it's very impressive that something in your soul said that's the path to take, as opposed to what your neurologist had all been saying is, take the disability, you won't be able to work, take these drugs. Life's going to be tough, but it's going to be even worse for you if you don't. So good for you that you were willing to make that change.
Yeah, it turned out to be the right decision. But, going back to work wasn't easy. I went back to the orchestra in 6 weeks and I couldn't see the music. I couldn't move my hands. And here I am in the Philadelphia Orchestra.
How'd they let you?
I was miming it. People around me didn't really know. I was just going through the motions. I couldn't move my fingers. It was useless. But over time, with the meditation, with the diet, the hydration, all these the determination, it all started to come back. And then it wasn't just that. I began setting Nando said, when he made his decision to hike out, he basically set small goals, and as soon as he met that goal, he would set another goal.
Yeah.
So that's essentially what I did. My goal was to go back to work. I got there. Then my goal was to do this. And then I wanted to win a principal cello audition, so I started taking auditions, so I kept raising the bar. And then I wanted to bike to the train station. Then I did that. Then I wanted to bike all the way into Philly, and I kept raising the bar for my own goals.
Very smart. Very, very smart.
I was lucky.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I had made some of the right decisions. So, so okay. Let's move on. So we're kind of winding down with. So the last thing I have. These are organic gala apples.
Oh,
I brought some of these for you.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Apples, very good. They would go beautifully with the nuts.
Yeah.
I just sort of my perfect treats is apple. In organic nuts. So
yeah, and again, the trail mix it's high in carbs, but it's also high in natural sugars because dehydrated fruit is a concentrated sugar. So there's mulberries, golden raisins, goji berries, and they all have a pretty high sugar content. But one of the things that I basically tried to stay away from were rarities in nature: salt, fat, and sugar. Mm-hmm. So I cut out all, I started eating, all salt. I started cutting out all, unnatural sources of fats and sugar. And it's funny because, if you look at my ring, like I've had no salt. And you see how that ring moves?
Yeah.
If I eat out in a restaurant and have a normal meal, I can't move that ring, and my eyes are swollen, and my joints feel stiff.
Your body's telling you something.
Yeah.
That clearly is not working for you.
Right. So it's I've got a little canary in the coal mine here telling me don't eat the salt.
And I think the longer we do this, the more attuned we are to that canary. What is it? What is the aspect of the environment to which we are most sensitive? Mm-hmm. And that seems to happen with many of my folks coming through the lifestyle clinic. Is the longer they're in this journey, the easier it is for them to see the connections between their choices, the environment, and some marker symptoms. Be it the rings on your fingers, headache, a little acne on the face. Right. So, absolutely.
Oh. Forgot we have one more thing. So these are organic red grapes.
Oh, yes. Now, here's a treat little smoothie I've discovered. Raw beets, a few organic red grapes, and I blend that up. I put some collagen in there as well. And then I put in my special blend of fats that are targeting my myelin, so omega-3, omega-6, and some phosphatidylcholine. A little cocktail in there. It makes a beautiful deep magenta purple smoothie, and then I add a little more flaxseed into it, and then I make a pudding. So I'll have one glass of smoothie and then a nice little bowl of pudding for my dessert that way.
Good.
Perfect.
Yeah. Great.